your ticket price could be up to $25, $30 on this. So let's just use a $20 ticket price, $25 ticket price, okay?
Okay.
So $25 ticket price. So 100 at $25 a ticket is how much?
$2,500.
Okay, so $2,500 is your door. So is this safe to say the average person spends $10 on raffle tickets?
Yes.
Okay, so you got 100 people at $10 is 1,000. So now we're up to what? $3,500, correct?
$3,500. Yep.
And so let's say I have the worst night ever for auctions. And now I've raised as much as $5,000 on auction. And from the video, try to get us to auction. That's where we make a lot of money for people. But just let's say I have the worst night ever. We didn't really have much to work with on auction items, but I still raised you $500. So write $500 down.
Yep.
What are we up to now?
$4,000.
$4,000. Okay, cool. Now, we get to the sponsors. Sponsors are the main key. How many people do you think you can get to work with you on this show? Like your show team. How many people are going to be working with you?
Brothers, sisters, I'd say like eight of us.
8, that's a good number. So now I'm going to be honest with you. That number is probably 8 on paper, but in reality, maybe only 5 are going to probably step up to the plate. So we're going to use 5. So what you're doing here is you're bringing it down. You're letting them know that it's from your experience. Sure, you would want all 8 people helping out, but chances are there's only going to be 5 people actually doing the work. So Bill, you got 5 people. You got 6 weeks to the show. With this type of show, sponsors are going to be key because you're going to have only 100 people there. But you're going to use the show as bait to get those show sponsors. You should have a good chance getting sponsors because of the situation of the show. So like the video says about going after people you do business with. So if all 5 of you can up your game and get more than at least 2, even if you got 2 each, it's still $1,000, okay? But you want to try to get 2 to 4 each. So you got 6 weeks to get 4 people in your circle, people you do business with, to give you a sponsorship. So let's just say 2 each. So you made another $1,000, correct?
Yes.
Add that to the cost.
All right, so that's $5,000.
That's $5,000. So our show for the cost, and my show is $1,200 minus $1,200 is what?
$3,800.
$3,800. Okay. Now clearly at this point it gets a little awkward because $3,800 is not a lot of money, especially not enough to buy a wheelchair van. So what you want to do is you want to try to stress, hey, look, you can double that by getting 200 people at the show, 150 people at the show, $30 tickets. There's so many ways. Better raffle items, better auction items, and more sponsors. So what you want to do is to say, hey, if you want to double it, double this. If you want to triple it, triple this. So basically, but he knows the numbers, he said it, but anything's a good number. You want to leave them with a positive note. So that's it. So, so go find that venue. Get back to me with a couple of dates and we'll make it work and let's raise some money. Thanks for calling again, Bill.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Bye, Mike.
Bye. And that's it. Those are 2 calls, one for a wheelchair van, medical relief, and one for a sports team. 2 very, very different phone calls, 2 very, very different blueprints. But in closing on that type of show, sport teams do very, very well. Medical relief, it's a little tricky. You just want to put it all out there, okay? And that's it. Good luck.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, just calling back regarding the show. We have a venue. We have a date. So where do we go from here?
Okay, great. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you the online setup, And once you get this online setup, just fill it out the best you can. I will get it. I will set your show up. If I have any questions, I'll give you a call back. And once I set you up, once I set you up, you will receive an email seeking the deposit. Once you pay the deposit, though, once you pay the deposit, we will then create your flyer PDF and your Facebook event page. Now, this is very important. Whenever you say flyer, you have to follow it PDF. You have to say, we will create your flyer PDF, which you could do anything you want with it, share it all over the place, and your Facebook event page. By doing it, saying it like that, they're not expecting flyers printed up from you. You're providing them with a PDF, so make sure you say that. We'll provide you with a flyer PDF in your Facebook event. So fill up, I'm gonna send you that form now, fill it up best you can, and I'll set your show up. I'll
awesome.
talk
Thank
to you
you so
soon,
much.
I'll keep you in the loop. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
So now, you receive the online setup. You're gonna get an email, and it's gonna be just all prompts. Event coordinator, and then they just set the show up online. Once you click save, now this is very, very important. The only thing you cannot change once they pay the deposit, because when they pay the deposit, their account, their whole show is linked to a bank account. It's linked to a bank account. That's why the only thing you cannot change is the ticket price and the name of the show, because it's linked to an actual bank account. The only way, so now it's happened, there's been typos and there's a different change in the price where we had to finalize the show. So what we have to do is you have to redo the whole show over again. So let's say somebody did that. Let's say there was a mistake made, a $200 or $500 deposit was made. That $500, $200 doesn't go anywhere. It's just that when you cancel that show, you have to finalize it. We have to figure it all out. And then basically you prorate the second show. So if they paid a $500 deposit and you were charging $1,500 of course, the next show you set up is only, the production cost is only $1,000. You prorated the $500 from the previous show. And then when we disperse the show from corporate at the end of the night, it will be just joined together and sent to you. So be very, very careful on the spelling of the name and be very, very positive that the client is sure on the ticket price and the name of the show. We can edit everything else. So sometimes you don't have to cancel the show online, because when people finally sees the show online, if it's, let's say it's a typo or they wanted to change the name, talk the client into this. Say, look, by the time they saw it online, they clicked the link on the Facebook. They already know about your show. That's how they saw it online. So talk them out of that and just say, hey, we can edit the name on the flyer PDF and the Facebook event page, no problem. So just make sure you did it. So once you set it up, they paid a deposit. So now the situation happens where you get an email saying, Bill Simons paid his deposit for the softball team. You'll get an email saying that's happened. As soon as you see that email, you reach out to the client and say, I saw you pay your deposit. Please send me a logo, if it's a sports team. If it's a wheelchair van, ask for a picture. Maybe a picture of the family, a picture of a person, something like that. A lot of times they'll provide you with a picture and we'll put that on the flyer PDF. So please send me a logo and or a picture and one contact name and number. Now, 9 out of 10 times they're just send you a logo and say, use me as the contact. Just make sure you have it ready to go to put it in an email that you will forward to Vinny at VMJ Designs. You'll have his email, you have his email. So you're gonna basically just send Vinny this email. All it's gonna say is, it's gonna have, all you have to put is Funny for Funds in your header, subject line, and all you're gonna put is, this show is ready. That's it. Along with the logo and the contact name and number. Vinny will get all the information from the show online. So you don't have to give him any information. All he needs is the logo and contact name and number, and that's it. Now, Vinny will set up the show, will set up a Facebook event page, and he'll create the flyer. He will email you first the Facebook event page link and a flyer PDF and a JPEG, just in case the client needs both. It's your job to proofread both of them. Proofread both flyers, proofread the Facebook event page. Look for spelling errors, look for time errors, cost errors. Make sure it lines up with all the information that you gave, and then forward it to the client. So this way, there's nothing's coming back, okay? So you forward to the client, they're off and running. They're off and running, put a little positive message, say, let's kill it. Let's raise some money, a little more pep. Then, at this point, maybe wait a week and a half. Then you send them a client reminder along with their event coordinator login link. Okay, along with their event coordinator login link, and make sure you say, hey, and right there, please log in, read the support page, read the frequently asked questions section, and read the frequently asked questions section and support page. You want to do this because they always try to blame you for not telling them something. Everything is on that support. It's your job to make sure they read it. Whenever they log into their account, it's right there. Okay? So that's it. Good luck. Once they pay the deposit, you know they went online and they paid their deposit. You're going to ask them for their logo, and you're going to ask them for the contact name and number. In that email, you're going to put the event coordinator login link. And then you say, save this link. Whenever you want to log into your account to see the progress on tickets, sales, donations, just use this link. So save it to your notes and use that. And that's it. Okay, so we did the whole lead to show process with 2 types of shows: medical relief, bill relief, and sports team. That covers basically everything. So now they got their flyer, they got their Facebook event page, their show is set up online, everything's locked down. It's 6 weeks to showtime. Touch base, stay in, don't just we are a fundraising company. It's our job to help the client be successful. You want to make sure you did everything you can to help them. You want to make sure you send a reminder to log in, to view the support page in the frequently asked section. Because if they go on that support page, that limits the phone calls to you. Questions like, do you guys supply the raffle tickets? Yes, we do. It was on the support page. So stuff like that. You want to limit the phone calls, but you do want to check in now and then. On your branch manager page, you can see if ticket sales are taking off or they're not taking off. So if you see no activity, you wanna call them and say, hey, how's everything going? Now, they may not know you can see what's going on, but you know there's zero activity online. You check their Facebook event page, you see that there's no likes, there's no shares. You want to check in on them. The group might be one of those, like a Lions Club or something like that, that they're doing all the stuff offline. That's fine, but definitely check in. And it's all right to send the client reminder. Make sure you log in with this link. They might not have that link anymore. So I would say every 2 weeks, hey, just popping in, see how you're doing. That's it. And then as you get closer to the show, a couple days before, make sure you show up at that show with the big check sheet, because they might not have it. You show up with the silent auction sheets. They might not have printed them. So just always be wary that they might not have looked at the site, even though they did. Because you do get a lot of groups that we know what we're doing, we've done this. As long as you gave them all the tools, it's up to them to use them.